Here you see me in a costume for the role of Big Data in the Half-Past Schuld piece, The Last Mortal. I made a pixel wig for him that you see here up close. We were playing around with this weird Warbler mask and I was designing just headgear for him. And then Ilanit and Frank had already come up with the character of Big Data, I think. They were working on the concept and the text for the piece. And so at a certain point they came to me and said, well, you made this sketch of this pixel hairdo. Let's just make a wig out of that for Big Data and use that. So I first made this test with these bigger blocks out of foam, which was a little too low of a resolution. So then we tried to build it out of smaller pixels. Turned out to be really difficult to make something like that fit to your head and figure out how to build it. Eventually I used like layers of styrofoam and cut those layer by layer into the pixel pattern, stacked those on top of each other, glued them with super glue, and then covered them with epoxy resin. And that made it strong enough so it held out during the shows we've done so far. I would like to do it eventually out of some kind of wood, or even like latex or silicone, because it would be much more durable. But well, for now it worked. It took me a lot of time, and I've learned a lot about the materials I've used. So then the challenge became how to put the goggles on there and the headgear for the ears and the eyes. And I made a design in my iPad. I take a picture of work that's not finished yet that I'm looking for solutions for, and then I sketch on those photos in my iPad, and that's a nice way to try out different things in colors and immediately be able to show them to the people who assigned the work to me. Eventually I came up with a magnet system where I divided I cut the existing wig and replaced some parts with wood and put magnets in there. And that made it possible to click it together when I'm dressing for the show. And I have to do this in little time. Well, actually not, because it's the first scene I play, so I have time to prepare, which is a blessing. Then came the choice of color. That was not my call. I could work with the palette that was given to me for the show. And so again, on my iPad, I used the app Procreate to do all these things. Procreate. And I tried different colors. These are only 3 of the, I think 10 or 15 sketches that I made. But eventually the call was made, also because we had a lack of time, just for the very simple blue on pink color scheme.
As you can see, Big Data is a nice guy who helps.